Hello and welcome to the Friday edition of The Review. My name is Ramsey Enoch and Michael Ekene is right here. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Ramsey.
Let's talk about the significant decrease or reduction in the price of pepper and tomato. This is something that is very essential. It's part of the essential commodities if you must eat, because pepper, tomatoes is something that people buy almost every day. Immediately after the protest, we are getting to hear this morning that the price of tomato and pepper has dropped. Can we say the protest so far is effective? Or is just dropping not because of the protest?
It's not. It's a tentative drop in price. It's not a permanent drop in price, because when Bismarck Rewane, who is a member of the presidential coordination committee, yesterday was talking to Channels Television. He said they went into the markets on Wednesday. That's the day before the interview, and then they noticed drastic reduction of price. Normally, it used to be 130 to 150 per basket, but now it's dropped to 60,000 per. That's what they noticed. But then one thing that is significant to Nigerians is because those things are perishable. They are perishable goods. So the protest stopped movement. Of course, there was no movement from farm, so the farmers could not move product from farm to the markets, and then the ones in the market also can move out. So that's just the one that people are purchasing right now. So because of that movement, the ones in the farm can move to the market. The ones in the market has to be sold because it's perishable. There was significant drop in the price, because this is tentative. It might not tarry for a long time, because he said post-protest, that's after the protest, the price reportedly go back to the same price. So
but then that means there are things that can be done for the price of these commodities to be reduced. Meaning, if we have more production, if we have more of tomato and pepper in the market, the prices will reduce. Then it means if we have enough rice in the market too, prices of rice should also reduce. Don't you think there are things that can be done by the authorities, the market forces, and the regulatory bodies to make sure there is enough of these food items in the market?
Most of these regulatory bodies are Nigerian of Road Transport Workers, Market Women Association, and all these business agencies, IPMAN also, are saying that what is controlling this inflation, rise and fall of prices of goods and commodities in the market every time, has always been hinged on the dollar rate, the dollar exchange rate, the floating of the naira, which has been necessitated by the.
But do we produce tomatoes here? We produce pepper here.
Do we produce it here in the FCT?
In the FCT, I think the president's wife did farming at the backyard of your house or something.
That's
the flag
subsistence farming, not commercial
subsistence farming. If you embark on a subsistence farming, and every family that have the opportunity to,
the ones that have
the opportunity to, that have the space, especially people who own their own houses, who are not in rented apartments. If we have a pocket of people doing that, it's going to, in a way, affect the market price, because the number of people who will come to buy pepper and tomato will reduce. But then, as it is right now, looking at the whole scenario, can we say the protest, in a way, has been effective to an extent?
Slightly.
Based
effective
on this reduction in price,
Absolutely.
because that was what the Nigerian people were clamoring for.
Slightly effective, because pepper and tomato are essential food commodities. Remember, you can't make a meal. No food that you can make without pepper.
When they will give you two small tomatoes and tell you it's 200
except
naira.
probably you're taking tea, cereal, and all those things. But then every other food commodities needs pepper, just like you need salt for the food to have taste. Pepper is necessary also. But then what I know is that these people who are directly or indirectly connected to this food and commodities will tell you, hey, by the time we go to buy these things, what the transporters charges, what it costs for we to move this from a particular place to a particular place. Remember, like you said, if everyone in Nigeria can go into subsistence farming, does everybody have a space at the backyard that is not just having a space that also has fertility to produce pepper and tomato? Most people are government workers, they wouldn't have that.
But then it's always I think you can actually make out time to have something like that, even if it's not in your house. You can just get a land around, if especially if the place is fertile.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can just do something. Okay,
I know most Nigerians, or 60 to 50% of Nigerians, actually love fresh food. I love fresh food.
Everyone
loves fresh food.
including me.
But then the space, the high rate of houses, if you talk about the poorest of the poor, let's not move away from those who are indigenous, who have proximity.
The indigenous people of FCT. We're talking about FCT, not just FCT, because what we're saying right now is cutting across every state in Nigeria, wherever you are.
Those that have that proximity to farmland are the indigenous in every state.
Visitors
don't have that business to start going to drag farm with indigenous. And most visitors will just rent a house they can afford, water, lights. You can start telling landlord in a house he has put tile on the ground. I want your land. Come on, it doesn't make sense. So I feel what has to be done is there has to be practical, feasible steps that will cushion the effect of this escalating price. It's a daily escalation. Remember that Rewani has said that these things I'm telling you is just for this time that we have protests. This is an effect of the protest because the movement of goods and commodities from the market is not possible because of the protests. Now, after that post-protest, we are saying that the prices might go back to the usual. That's what he said.
But then I think if there's anything that can be done so that the price of fuel can drop, because the scarcity of fuel can still contribute to difficulty in moving these commodities. Well, thank you very much. This is the size of the review for this morning. This is the much you'll be taking. As a matter of fact, if you want to get tomato and pepper, quickly do it now before the price go back to what it was.
They're perishable, so you have to.
They are perishable. You need to
store in the
freezer. I think there are ways it can be preserved. The women know that.
Yeah, know how to preserve
the one that I know is just cut it, put it in the sun, and do whatever you want to do.
For the single guys, go and look for a wife, so you know how to do it.
That knows how to do it. But then, please, don't take too much burdens that you can't bear, all right? Okay, my name is Ramsey Enoch. This is the TGIF edition. We will come on your way again with the Monday edition, and that's going to be on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend, and just keep it safe. Bye-bye for now.